So, what if you could flip a switch every single morning? A switch that makes you more focused, more energized, and just more resilient for the entire day. And look, this isn't about some random productivity hack. This is about using your own biology. We're going to build the optimal morning routine, all grounded in the incredible work of neurobiologist Dr. Andrew Huberman that will literally change how you feel and perform.
You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You wake up, you sort of power through the morning, and then, bam, that afternoon crash just hits you like a ton of bricks. You're unfocused, maybe a little irritable, and just completely drained. Well, it turns out that feeling isn't random at all. It's a direct result of what you did, or maybe what you didn't do in that first hour after waking up. And I'm going to show you exactly how to fix it.
Okay, so first things first. We need to look at the master controller of your entire system, your body's master clock. Let's dive into the science of your internal rhythm.
At the heart of all this is your circadian rhythm. You can think of it as a 24-hour clock that's literally hardwired into your genes. And this isn't just about sleep, not even close. It dictates your metabolism, your immune system, even your mental performance. When it's in sync, you feel fantastic. But when it's out of sync, well, everything just feels off.
Dr. Huberman uses this brilliant analogy here. Think of your body as an orchestra. Every single one of your cells has its own little clock. But if they all just start playing their own tune whenever they want, you get complete chaos. That's basically what jet lag is, in a nutshell. To perform at your best, they all need a single conductor to get them on the same beat at the exact same time.
So what's the conductor? The thing that gets the whole orchestra in sync? It's light. Yep, that simple. Our first and, honestly, most powerful lever is harnessing morning light to anchor your entire day.
And the protocol here is incredibly simple. Within about an hour of waking up, just get outside. And listen, even on a cloudy day, there are way more photons coming through those clouds than from any indoor light. You're aiming for about 5 to 10 minutes, and this part is crucial. Do it without sunglasses. You need that light to hit specific cells in your eyes to send that big wake-up signal to your brain. And obviously, please don't stare directly at the sun.
So why on earth does this work? Well, that morning light triggers a healthy early spike in a hormone called cortisol. Now, an early spike sets you up for alertness and focus all day long, and it even helps you sleep better that night. But a delayed spike, which is what happens when you stay indoors, that's a whole different story. It leads directly to that afternoon crash. And even more than that, a late cortisol spike is a biological signature that scientists consistently find in people struggling with depression and anxiety. This one simple habit can have absolutely profound effects on your mental health.
All right, so we've set our master clock with light. Now for lever number 2, the caffeine delay. And I know, most of us reach for that caffeine almost immediately, but to truly master your energy and avoid that crash, the timing is everything.
To really get this, we need to talk about a molecule called adenosine. Think of it like sleepiness pressure. It builds up the longer you're awake, making you feel tired. When you first wake up, you've still got some of it in your system. That's just morning grogginess. Now, if you drink caffeine right away, it doesn't get rid of the adenosine, it just blocks the receptors. But the adenosine is still there, just waiting. So when that caffeine wears off, all that waiting adenosine floods your system at once, and you crash. Hard.
The solution is so simple, it's almost funny. Just delay your caffeine intake by about 90 minutes after you wake up. That's it. That's the whole trick. This gives your body time to naturally clear out all that leftover adenosine. So when you finally do have your coffee, it gives you a clean lift and energy without setting you up for that brutal crash later. It is a tiny change with a massive impact on your afternoon.
Okay, we've anchored our clock with light, we've managed our energy with caffeine timing. Our third and final lever is temperature. We can actually use a deliberate cold shock to spark our system and trigger this powerful cascade of neurochemicals for alertness and motivation.
So here's what's happening under the hood. Getting into cold water, even for just a minute or two, causes this massive and prolonged release of dopamine. I mean, just look at that jump on the chart. And dopamine isn't just some feel-good chemical, it's the molecule of drive, of motivation, of pursuit. And this isn't a fleeting feeling either. It is a sustained neurochemical shift that elevates your mood and your focus for hours.
And the power of this dopamine release is truly profound. Dr. Huberman actually cites his Stanford colleague, Dr. Anna Lembke, who shares this incredible anecdote in her book, Dopamine Nation. A patient of hers was able to help overcome a cocaine addiction by using cold baths. Why? Because it was the only thing that could produce a neurochemical state so powerful that it could help rewire his brain's reward pathways. That's just incredible.
So, we've got our 3 levers: light, caffeine timing and temperature. They might seem like totally separate things, right? But when you combine them, you're not just waking up, you are orchestrating a very specific and incredibly powerful physiological state inside your own body.
So here it is, your simple, actionable toolkit. This isn't about adding 2 hours of complicated habits to your morning. It's about these 3 precise, high-impact actions. Get that sunlight, delay your caffeine, and if you're really feeling up for it, embrace a little bit of cold. These are the foundational tools.
And the ultimate goal, the real payoff, is this. By combining light, timing, and temperature, you are creating what Dr. Huberman calls an inner summer. It just doesn't matter if it's dark and freezing outside, you are internally generating the motivation, the drive, and the well-being that we all associate with the best days of summer.
So the science is crystal clear, and the tools, well, they couldn't be simpler. You now have the complete blueprint to take control of your day before it even really begins. So the only real question left is, what are you going to change tomorrow morning?